Okay, so it may sound dramatic, but biofeedback really did change my life forever. So I was originally a client of Dr. Paul Robbins. He's now in Texas at Natural Wellness Clinic. I came in after seeing, my daughter had gotten help from him, my husband had gotten help from him, and so I came in because I actually wanted help with body pains. I had a shoulder blade, back injury, kind of like chronic neck pain in the right side of my neck from a workplace injury in 2018. And so this was 2022 when I came in. And so I originally came in due to pain considerations, okay? So this is my file. This is like my original file. So I just went through and looked at my symptom survey. So this was the thing. I wasn't here. I didn't come in to get help with all of the things that bothered me in life. I didn't even think that was really possible. So I took the symptom survey and I'm like, boy, this thing is long. It's like 192 questions. And I mean, of course, like who doesn't have tons of these problems, right? So sleep issues, stomach discomfort, IBS, diarrhea, bright light irritates eyes, heart pounds after retiring, high blood pressure, food irritations, glycemic issues, lightheaded, fatigued, brain fog, shortness of breath, nervous, anxiety, fatigued. I forget some of these things. My hands and feet used to go numb or fall asleep easily. I used to get Charlie horses. I've forgotten how much stuff. And big things were aches and pains. I had no sense of smell. This was before COVID. Poor memory, sensitivity to noise and electricity, big sensitivities with EMF. And I absolutely hated the cold. So I'd get headaches, I'd be weak and dizzy, my nails are weak and brittled, just tendency to get sick a lot, often. Again, migrating aches and pains, apprehension, irritability, craving for sweets, noise sensitivity, weakness, fatigue. Oh my gosh. There's a lot. Ringing in the ears. I used to be able to hear the buzzing of electricity in the walls and it would drive me crazy. So anyways, I had a lot of different things, but I came in because of back pain. Because what are you going to do about all these things? Really. I mean, my dad was a medical doctor. My two grandparents were Eastern and then came to the States. So they're from Sri Lanka. So they were also trained in herbals and homeopathy, and they had PhDs. And so I had this history where I thought I received whatever help I could possibly get. And still, so even further back, things that had improved through different changes I'd made in lifestyles too. In 5th grade, I was diagnosed with depression. I had, in college, still had depression, been medicated for that, diagnosed with sleep disorders, been prescribed medication for that, diagnosed ADHD, diagnosed anxiety, medications for that, history of super intense birth control for a very long time, and never ever recovered normal menstrual cycle prior to biofeedback. There's a lot of stuff. Okay, so the thing was, I had my own suspicions relating to what maybe it could be. and I'd gone through medical routes to get help. Like I said, I'd done a lot of prescriptions, and I was on a lot of prescriptions, at least in college. And then come like 2016, I figured out natural ways to manage those myself through lifestyle changes, and things got better. But there were a lot of residual things that I didn't know how to manage myself. And so that's kind of what you see that I just talked about right there. Again, still didn't have that sense of smell. What was that about? So I did biofeedback, and so my first scan was in July of 2022. Then I still had the back pain. I came in originally for a different therapy that my husband had tried, and it worked really well, and I still wanted that, so I did that then in the next month. And I was really bad about taking my drops, and I did not do them per the directions given to me. I stretched out my treatment over the course of almost 3 months, which I didn't even realize I'd stretched out that much. I didn't take them correctly, but come my scan in October of 2022, we revisited my symptoms, and majority of them had fallen off, like drastically, surprisingly. And basically what remained at that point was a need for some physical supports, nutritionally depleted, and I needed to get back on track because I was a breastfeeding mom, just grew baby. I was a little bit low, but my hair started growing again. It stopped graying. My stress decreased. My fatigue, started recovering, even though I have an infant newborn, which, it naturally is lower when you have an infant newborn too, but this was much longer history. And then anxiety went away. Oh my gosh. So, needless to say, I became kind of slightly over passionate. I became very interested to figure out why this worked, because the reason I was bad at taking my drops was because I didn't really believe that the drops were the solution. I was the type of person who I wanted to go line by line through my report, figure out why I wasn't feeling good, then work on. I thought it was a much more complicated solution. I thought I needed tons of extra help, and I didn't really believe that the remedy could be digital or frequency and just in this tiny little bottle, and all I had to do was just take it daily and remind myself how to sort of behave properly on a cellular level. But I saw it first in myself, and then I couldn't live without it, really. And so that's why I became a practitioner, and that's why I do it for my whole family, and it's just this wonderful thing that helps me feel well, even though I still think maybe that there's mold in our house. I still think that I have a root canal that may be infected since 2015. I still think that there are these physical factors that I could, somewhere down the line, when I have a lot more money to do so, get them fully fixed, and then I will have less maintenance to do over the course of my life. So I'm in the process of working on exploring some of those things, which will be interesting for me and maybe interesting to you. So if you found this conversation relatable, I would love to talk to you You can call us at 406-281-8200, 406-281-8200, and then we can see what you're dealing with. You can take our symptom survey online, and you can also contact us at that number by text as well if you have any questions about what that might look like for you. We offer a 20-minute free consultation, so we can get over the phone, or we can do a little video chat and just talk about what you're dealing with and what we might be able to uncover with biofeedback.